boys? What is going on? It's been a minute since we've been in this location here in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. The past 2 episodes we were on John's deck, which is fine. You know, we did It was like a little summer, edition type of thing. But welcome, we are back.
It is fall, bitch.
It is fall. It is fall.
It is a season of change.
It is. So much has happened since we filmed. I feel like we filmed that in June. It was definitely before Nationals. Because I remember there were like some references to like how we were getting ready to go to Nationals and shit like that. Or whatever. Sorry, we're just...
The backdrops.
The backdrops are moving. Sorry. I have to say, welcome back, guys. We're excited to be back to close out season 1 of Candid Conversations with John and Drew. I'm pointing at him like he's Drew. I'm Drew. This is... But you guys should know that by now. Anyway. What has been going on?
What? Just get right in.
I mean,
there's a lot that's been going on.
There's a lot
of change.
A lot of change.
Yes. A lot of change, a lot of realizations, a lot of truths. You know what I mean? A lot of true feelings from others.
Yeah.
Being shunned upon us.
Being discarded. But we'll get to that eventually. That's a whole different episode.
Episode 9.
So we're in 9 now. So for those of you, hopefully you guys have caught up. You guys have catched up. Typically, just to give you a layout of what we do, we do our vent sessions where each of us say something that we personally have been feeling, that we've been wanting to express and broadcast to the public. Hold on, let me make sure my bag is in the scene. Okay. Bought this in Vegas. So yes, we're gonna go right into vent session. However, we're going to do it a little bit differently this time around. So this vent session and the next vent session, we have very similar things or stories that we kind of want to express and talk about.
Yeah.
So we just felt like we would just kind of piggyback and just kind of have a longer vent session about something that we both just genuinely feel like we want to discuss. So that's where we're going to start this episode out. So this vent session is about, it's just about every day-to-day life. And when I say that to say there's going to be people in this world, guys, right? This is just a random thing. This is a fact. There's going to be people that we meet for a season. There's going to be people that we meet for years and so on and so forth, right? You can know them personally, you can know them professionally, and that's fine. But what I'm noticing, or I think what he keeps referring to as far as change goes, I can't understand or fathom why people are so disrespectful and just very evil towards a lot of the comments that they have been saying towards John and I. And I'm going to let him speak his piece on certain things because not everything that has been brought to my attention pertains to him, and sometimes it pertains to both of us. So I say that to say a lot of the comments that we've been hearing in regards to our show or some of the things that we've been saying, I feel like is a bit much. Let's be clear though, it doesn't hurt my feelings and it doesn't hurt this man's feelings.
No, I'm bothered.
Okay, we're on to the nth degree. I want to make that very clear. The only reason why I'm expressing this and this is a vent is because it just makes us, or it has been making us realize exactly that a lot of people who have been saying, or who started off by saying that they're truly looking out for our best interest, or they really genuinely support us and what we do and what we bring, like, it's only temporary. It's literally only temporary. Just to kind of get into some things that people have said about us. You know, some of you guys have said, and it's gotten back to us from other people who truly do support us, that, you know, you guys feel as though this show is very indicative of always like suddenly talking about someone, and that we're specifically like trying to target it and bring like a certain energy down, and this is a negative kind of like base, or this is a negative show. The issue with people who think like that is you guys don't ever want shit to be real. You guys are not probably honest people yourselves.
This is factual stuff that we talk about. We don't talk about nothing fabricated. We're not making up rumors. We're not making up stories. And like, we could dime y'all out by name.
We could.
You know what I mean? If y'all really want to get spicy, like, there's a lot of stuff we could just call y'all right out. We don't.
We don't.
So
we've never, ever specifically called out anybody by their name. We've never, a lot of the things that we express and vent is just real shit that two friends that we both go through and that we talk about. Now, whether someone watches the videos or past episodes and then goes, oh, they're talking about me, then that says something about you. And that says something about...
And it may be about you if you really putting the pieces together. You could be like, damn, I mean, they talked about me, but like, at least they didn't call me out by name.
Yeah, no, and like, we always articulate ourselves very well, and we always make sure we don't go past a certain point to where it's to a point where it's like, oh my God, I can't believe they said that. You know? So like, for instance, I'm going to kind of break down some of the things people have been saying. You know, there was an old employer, which you guys know. I'll even name this person by name. His name was J.C. Warley. This was a long time ago. He was our old boss in Man in Motion. We spoke about Man in Motion in past episodes. This man was going around telling other parents and other people that we were having relations with our students. Now, I'm not going to go as far as to what that meant, but like, you guys can probably figure it out, that we were apparently, or we were allegedly smoking with our students. We were
just fabrication.
This is all fabrication because once again, like, there's no evidence, there's no facts. All of these allegations were said after we left the company, which we quit. And
this dates back to then, you know, so people, it's not like people just started talking shit or people have just been like trying to bring us down. You know what I mean? This is like built up shit.
Yeah, like this situation I'm talking about with Man in Motion happened in like 2018, 2019.
Maybe 5 years ago.
But I'm just giving you examples of some of the things.
When it's like, it's been started.
Yeah. There are, you know, specific individuals that I've particularly worked with that have created false Instagram profiles to leave as comments underneath posts to try and bash my teachings and to try and make me seem as though I don't know what I'm doing and that I never did anything for that particular studio. We have other parents out here who are literally taking video footage and what they're interpreting the episodes to be, going to other studio directors and saying, did you hear what they said? They're talking about you. Mind you, the mother who actually did this is someone who always used to want to support us, always wanted this and that. And it's funny because you wonder why I don't talk to you. You're shady. You wonder why I'm the type of person that doesn't like to engage and talk to specific parents sometimes, because you guys cause so much drama sometimes. And I'm not saying it's every single parent, but the base of what this vent is about is the fact that you guys start off these relationships with us pure as gold, wanting to really get to know us and really wanting to be a part of our lives and really support us, and then for whatever reason you guys flip. And once again, what I'm saying is it's okay if you don't want to continue to bring your child to some of our events for whatever reason. If you want to believe other people's clout and you want to believe some of the things that you keep hearing, or, you know, a lot of you guys stop liking us because we're not, quote unquote, featuring your kid enough in a video. I'm sorry with the twitching, but I don't understand. And not for nothing, we take pride in whatever we put out, and that's that. And it's just all to say, like, bottom line, if you don't like us for whatever reason, you don't like me, you don't like him, you don't like what we do, then please unfollow us. It's very simple. It's just
we don't have to make up fabrications, and we don't have to lie, and we don't have to be angry about like shit not working out. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's nothing to
I just thought about another one. We have
more.
Like I have another parent that went to someone else saying that they think that we're not as talented as, you know, the main hub or the main institution that their child trains at, and that they don't feel as though we're on the same caliber. So they're not going to send their child to any of our training classes and stuff like that. And once again, like, that's fine. You know, like, we're not. The one thing I know I can say, like, the one thing that I need to be around is positivity and good energy. And if you're not providing any of those specific type of things for me, then I don't want you around me, period. And that's for my business. That's for this guy. I'm sure he's going to go into some stuff on his own turf. But, like, for me, if you don't fully support us, and I use this word all the time, consistency, if you're not a consistent individual, whether you're a parent or, you know, let's say you're a student or a young kid, and maybe we used to be your vibe before and then now we're not, that's okay. We just need to decease all of the negativity and all of the fake commentary and things that you're allegedly hearing, because that's all hearsay and that's inadmissible in court. So you guys, I just want
show me the receipts.
I want you guys to show me receipts of everything that you've been hearing. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm just at a point where if you're not going to do right by me, or you're not going to be a loyal supporter and actually be authentic and genuine in who you are and the type of energy that I need, then don't support us. Just don't follow me. I'm just at a point of that. Because I think a lot of you are too old to be doing some of the things that you have been doing with creating fake profiles and this, that, and the third. Like, that's just some weird shit. That's weird shit. So yeah.
I love that he got on the parents. I'm getting at some of you studio directors. I mean, y'all are kind of funny. Like, for me, like, and I can call out some of your studios, but like, don't pretend to love my stuff. And then I see you at Naturals, and you don't have not a word to say to me, right? But you hired me, right? Then you don't score well, and you get mad at me for some reason, when I know I was one of the only judges that spoke. But that's a whole other story. But then you wanna, I have to confirm with you like 3 days before you hire me. Yeah, and I found out that you really hired me, by the way. Let's bring it back a little bit. I only found out you really hired me after we spoke, and you never responded back to me. I only found out because this guy saw a post on Instagram where you spelled my name wrong. Which is crazy. Tag me, but spelled my name wrong. And then I have to still contact you to talk about pay rates, and then you find out that I'm too much, I want to cut my hours because I'm too much. And then you want me to take the job? After you question if I even want to take the job? And this is one instant, you know what I mean? Like, I've been doing this for a long time, so it's like, this is something that I've always dealt with. Like, people who love me and love my teachings, and I love that. Like, I appreciate that from anybody who truly loves stuff. If you know me, you know him, like, whether we're doing things together, or whether we have our separate things going on, our projects and things, like, I put my all into everything, right? So I appreciate everyone that truly like fucks with us and loves us for who we are and what we got to offer. But don't blow smoke up my ass saying how great I am, and then you want to hire me, and then you're dodging me like the plague. You know, like, or I'm the one confirming with the employer. Like, it just, for me, it doesn't make sense. Or you don't want to pay me, or you're being weird about payment, or now I'm too much. Like, I understand inflation. We can talk about that, recession, all that. I get it. I'm sure owning a business like that, having an overhead and having the space, I get it. I'm sure there's a lot. But inflation happens for you, and inflation happens for me. I got family to take care of. I got mortgage to pay for as well. I got food to put on tables. Like, there is shit that I still have to deal with, that he has to deal with. Nobody complains. It is what it is. Everybody has their bills, everybody has their things. I also like looking good. He likes looking good. We like to eat good. My son likes to eat good. I like to take out my mom to eat. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, like, and I'm not trying to boast, and people who call me cocky as well, like for me, I don't understand.
That same mother.
Right, and it's okay. Like
same mother. You know
right,
who you are.
You guys can totally have your opinions, and that's okay, because we have our opinions too, and that's okay over everybody, you know. And there's people we love, there's people that love us, and for that, like the people who truly fucks with us and the people who truly love us know how much we truly care about y'all. And when I tell my students like that I got them for life, like I got them for life, like you know what I mean? Like my kids need anything, I'm the first person to be paying for something, picking up the phone call. If they need anything, I'm there, right? So like for me, and I go same for some of y'all parents, like if y'all guys ever need anything, like I would be there for any of you, the guys that I truly love, right? But it's like, it bothers me when people can look at me and call me like a prick, or call me cocky, call me overconfident.
Who initially make it out to seem like you were like this amazing person, and then all of a sudden they just switch. Like, why do you guys even put out that energy to begin with? Just don't talk to us. Because that's fake energy. That's not real. It's not authentic. And that's the point of the event. We're everyone's best friend until we're not. Or this is not an event to try and make you, the viewer, view us in a certain light than what you thought.
We come with love.
We come with love. But if you genuinely know who we are at the core, we're not malicious. We're not vindictive. We're not shady people. Like, we genuinely walk into our day-to-day lives wanting to get to the end of the day, having such passions and joy towards the things that we do. We love creating, we love being artists, and at the end of the day, we're not hateful people, you know, but some of the actions and some of the things that I have specifically described that we know parents doing to us is hurtful at the end of the day. And thank God we're not one of those type of people that would crumble at any given action, negative action or insult that people have stated about us, or else our careers would have ended years ago.
So that's just, if anything was real factual, I mean, obviously, but like, it goes back to like, all right, like I left one of my employers that I was with for 5 years, right? You know, and like at the end of the day, like they were scumbags and they knew what the fuck they did, and they don't want to fucking admit it. I don't care. They can make up the lies. They can make up whatever fucking story they want, because stories are stories. Yeah. I don't care. Like you're not gonna hurt my feelings, like you said before, about a story. I don't care. You guys can make up whatever rumors you want. The parents that stayed at the old studio can dog me all they want. I don't care. Like, people can dog me and they can call me cocky and confident, whatever the case may be. Like, it's just painful, stupid shit.
Yeah, like whatever your perception is of us, we're not trying to change. Like, we're not trying to change that.
Yeah,
like,
that's okay.
Like, that's okay. Whatever you feel or think about us is how you feel and think about us, and that's that.
Because if you really knew me, you know I'm not cocky. Like, I'm awkward. Like, I'm jokey. Like yeah, maybe I look a certain way. Like, and if somebody saw me, maybe they'd be like, oh, like, you know, it's all the tattoos and he dresses a certain way and blah blah blah. Like, fine. But like, if you've spoken like to me and we've had conversations over like 8 to 10 years worth, and now you want to call me cocky and a prick and all this other stuff, like, I don't see it. Like, I've been the same goofy, like, awkward, like, amazing, passionate person my whole life. Like, I am who I am, and I've never been more okay in my skin in my whole life than in my 30s as of lately. You know, so like, for anybody to speak negatively on me or him, like, first off, just go find yourself. But two, like, it is what it is. Like, you're not gonna make us go in the mirror and be like, oh my God, like, I can't believe, like we laugh about it because, like, it's stories in which y'all want to perceive, and it is what it is.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. So all to say, friends, you know, like.
But that's it.
like I said, if you don't like what we do, if you don't like us, then respectfully, like, that's fine. That's A-okay. Go to another type of individual or another type of team that is clearly just about money. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. But at the end of the day, we are human, and you know, some of those things that you guys have been saying could in fact, you know, affect our livelihoods because of the fact of people being spiteful and just mean or doing whatever the case may be. But in God's good grace, you know, I just say to myself, I have to remain positive. We have to remain positive about the situation, and like it literally feels like we're on a freaking reality show because, you know, we would never take that extra step that some of you guys have been taking in order to maliciously and intently try and bring us down. That's the difference.
It's so weird.
You know what I'm saying? So, to each his own. Please unfollow if you don't like us, and that's that.
And again, the people that do support us, so like we fuck with y'all, we rock with y'all, and we appreciate you guys beyond belief.
Yes, 100%.
Beyond belief. And we do anything, and you know, we've had conversations, like we know the people that we rock with us, and who we rock with, and who rock with us, like we got y'all.
Yes, 100%.
That's easy.
100%. So yeah, that's that. Just unfollow us. Our handle is down below. Just don't bother us anymore, you know, and don't be so weirded out or confused when we're not speaking to you. There's a reason why we're not speaking to you.
A lot more awkward.
Duh. Yeah. All right, friends. Next up, we have pop culture.
Not my forte ever.
Not his forte ever. So in this segment of pop culture, which is our last pop culture, because we're actually not having that in episode 10, I bring up two like actual lifestyle, celebrity type of things that are happening in the world, and I kind of ask him his opinion or his take on it, or whatever the case may be. In the actual video, you'll actually see what we're talking about. He hasn't seen this video, but for the first topic, so brother, recently on tour, Lil Nas X stopped. No, I didn't. Lil Nas X stopped the entire show. Like you thought that was about to be like a tour, like a stage set up differently, whatever the case may be. However, on his actual microphone, come to find out, he was on his mic and he told the guests, "Hey guys, I had to take a mean shit."
I'm backstage and this is like not a part of the show, but I'm taking a mean shit, so please forgive me. But I'm gonna need like a minute or two, and I'll be right back.
I mean, when nature calls you by your name, you gotta answer, right? Lil Nas X taking a potty break went viral, and the next day he assured everyone on Twitter that it was legit. LMAO, people really thought I was joking. I was literally back there dropping demons into that toilet. I mean, when you're doing dance moves like this, I think we can all appreciate that Lil Nas made sure there was no surprise appearances. But what do you think of Lil Nas taking a little potty break during his concert?
Do you feel like
You know my vibes on shit.
do you feel like that was appropriate for him to leave set for 20-25 minutes?
Right now, I'm gonna be honest, right? See, facts, okay? This is how we play the game. We play the game of facts. Now, if you're one of my students, you know what time it is, yes? I talk about it all the time. You gotta fart, you gotta poop, we do our thing. We always do it. And my students, I'll tell you right now, all my students are super comfy with me, right? To the fact that I have my little boy, I'm gonna put his name out there, right? I got my little man, he's like 7, comes into the studio ready to dance. He's like, "Oh, Mr. John, my stomach hurts." I'm like, "Oh, you have to fart or poop?" He's like, "Oh, I think the second one." And you know what he did? He went to poop. Told me he washed his hands and everything. Now I say that to correlate with this is, I teach my students just like my mother taught me. If you gotta poop, you go poop. Right? You gotta take a shit, you take a shit. Doesn't matter where you are. Right? I've had to poop in random areas before. Shit, I'll say it right now, I've pooped in the woods because you're on the highway, I'm coming back from Connecticut, there's no rest stops, you poop. Right? It was at night, thankfully. I used my socks, thankfully. Okay? And it was what it was. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You use your socks?
100% I used my socks. I had no toilet paper.
Oh, that's what you meant. Oh my god.
Yeah, I had to use the socks to wipe my butt.
Got it. I
So I pooped in the sock?
that's what I was thinking.
Got it.
I totally
No, I did not poop in the sock.
Okay.
No, but I have to say this, that like, alright, I mean, I love that he was honest and told everybody. I don't think he needed to be like blowing it back. Maybe he had diarrhea and you can't hold it.
I mean, I don't have a problem.
I'm for it. I mean, but I don't want a guy to ask about poop because like poop doesn't bother me.
I don't have a problem with him doing that. I mean, it's bodily functions.
Everyone's probably looking at me like this.
I know. Everyone's just watching like, I don't foresee that situation being a problem. I mean, everyone has bodily waste that we all need to get rid of, and it's part of life. I mean, just recently, last Sunday we taught our last class for Fall Frenzy, and I don't know what it is. My stomach, my stomach was just going. Like I think I went four times.
In like a matter of 3 hours.
In the matter of 3 hours, and when I tell you they were like heavy, they were heavy. So
bitch, and that's okay.
And that's okay, So like, what are you gonna do?
So for me, like, if he had to take a shit and like,
yeah. What are you
you
gonna
gotta
do?
be honest. Some people are weird about poop, other people aren't. Like, I don't think we should be weird about it. We all do it.
Yeah.
If I only did it and you didn't do it, that's weird. I get it. But if we both poop,
Yeah.
what does it matter?
I couldn't agree more.
Go pop culture.
Yeah, go pop culture. Yeah. All right. So next up, Adam Levine, you know who he is, the lead singer of Maroon 5, right? He was recently caught sending DMs to over 10 women.
Oh boy. Fuck. He's married, right?
Mind you, he's married.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I want to say prior to the So You Think You Can Dance season to start, one of the judges, Matthew Morrison, was caught sending a DM to an old contestant. My question to you, my friend, is, I think when you're on the celebrity status, do you need to be, celebrity, non-celebrity, whatever, do you feel as though we need to be a little bit more mindful about what we're saying?
Yeah.
And do you feel like that the DM work relationship, plus take the work thing with Matthew Morrison, plus obviously a cheater's going to be a cheater, but the concept of Instagram and the DMs and all of that.
Was Matthew texting or DMing this guy sexually?
No, so he was DMing a contestant that was trying out for the show.
Got it.
And I think she made the top 40. She didn't make the show. But apparently that dancer went on to say that allegedly it was inappropriate, and then when Fox found out that he did that, he got fired, and then that's why Lena Remedy was the new judge.
Got it.
So, and then with Adam Levine, he's just in other women's DMs, and now he's going back to his wife saying that I didn't say anything appropriate. And I guess to take this as a deep dive, when should we as professionals be worrisome or cognizant of what we're saying to, let's just say, a coworker, let's say a student?
Well, this is why I don't DM.
You know what I mean? So,
I'll be honest, this is why I don't DM.
Yeah,
things can be misconstrued. The person might not like the answer you gave them. The person sending the DM is probably on like demon time and acting stupid, maybe wasted and feeling themselves. Like, I feel like there's way too many variables, and this is why I always tell the people, like, if you want to hire me, like, I bet people hit me in DMs, email me. Mm-hmm. Now that's business. Mm-hmm. Don't DM me like the DMs of the happy faces, the hi honeys, the hey how you doings. I don't answer that. I don't answer it. I don't entertain it. I don't. And that's one thing I don't do. So like, there is no misconstrued, there is no bullshit of he said this or I thought this is what he meant.
Yeah, because the thing about Instagram, I mean, we've said it on multiple occasions, like Instagram is just a hot mess. But I think the concept of the actual element of DMing someone is like, for the person that's actually responding. I think now we've run into a generation now where anything can be misconstrued for something that it's really not. Yeah, so for Adam Levine, he's not
DMing 10 women that trying to sleep with one.
I guess something. Like, I don't know the extent to that, because both of the situations are a little bit differently. Like, Adam Levine was caught, they had the screenshots up on the screen, which I'll probably put on here, and he's, telling his wife that meant nothing. Now, whatever. But Matthew Morrison, for him to lose his job because of, maybe he actually put up a video explaining. It seemed truthful. It didn't seem like there was any. He said he was just trying to help out a dancer that he had seen at a prior gig 2-3 years ago who was auditioning for the show, had seen her, and he just DM'd. Apparently that was against the contract rules not to do that. And I mean, like, I have an employer, yeah, I guess I do. I have an employer now that does not like, the teacher, student, like, hit up, which I get, because things can things can totally just be out of line, and it's just the generation we live in. It's very murky. You can't say things that you generally could say to someone because all of a sudden it's a threat. You can't use this like terminology or what you said this and that, regardless if the person saying it meant something else. If that person construes it as that, you're fucked. Essentially, because then they could potentially go to their parents or go to whoever and say that I felt it was this. And nowadays, it's just a slippery slope. Whether you're a celebrity or non-celebrity, like, you just gotta watch your verbiage.
Stay out the DMs.
Stay out the DMs, and just be careful if you are in those DMs and you get a message from someone, because
you might get hacked, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you might get hacked.
You might get hacked. You guys already know about that freaking story.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I stay at the DMs. That's how my vibe.
So
if you have my number, text me. I might not answer them.
I was gonna say he's not gonna answer you.
You can try though.
Yeah, you can try. I mean,
I'm more supposed to ask about certain like things like that, because I talk to like 5 people, max maybe.
No, he's not. He's not joking. Like, he's really not joking. Like, and he'll see the shit too, and then he'll just be like, "Yeah, I'll text him. I can't." But yeah, I mean, all to say, the DMs is not a place to slide up in. It's just a very detrimental spot, and I think you just you need to watch your step when you do shit like that, for sure. Caution, huge caution. All right, guys, we are up to the last segment, which is Q&A. I was about to say pop culture again. Q&A, guys, is you guys ask us an assortment of questions that vary, all different types of stuff. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of a lot of different responses from us regarding different things, from personal lives to what we like, and TMIs and everything else. So, our first question, Bud, which is interesting because we actually had lunch before this, and I told him this was one of the questions coming up. So, okay. Someone said there seems to be a lot of breakups among celebrities and regular average day-to-day people. Do you both feel that the core values of relationships have shifted? And if so, what would be your advice to those currently in one or seeking one? I was giving him some time to digest.
Sounds personal. Was it a personal issue?
Yes, I mean, I watch a little bit more TV, a lot more TV than he does. So I do know a lot of the relationships that you are talking about. I can't think of their names right now, but like one of the Real Housewives just got a divorce after 9 years. One of the twins from Sister, she just got a divorce after 8 years. The really sexy Megan Good from Cousin Skeeter, the light-skinned chick from The Intruder, she just got a divorce from her husband. Have they shifted? Absolutely. I just don't think being in a relationship right now is in this generation or for this time span is what it used to be. I don't think you're ever going to hear those, we've been together for 20, 25 years and, they grow old and stuff together, because I think we are now in a generation now where, and maybe this has even been before, but I just don't think people take the time to really genuinely, truly know their partner. And I also think that people also have to go into relationships with the notation that either one of you can change. And I think that's the scary thing about it. Just because you're dating someone today on October 16, 2022, doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be the same exact person next year at this time. And relationships take a lot of work that I think a lot of people just don't really want to put the work into. Some people are very career driven. I am single. I've been single for about 4 or 5 years now. And that's coming off of an engagement. So for me, I have a different perspective. So, you know, I don't want to just get into something seasonal and just be like, what do you like to do? What's your favorite color? Like, you know, the investment and the time that I put into my work, my business, my career, I will personally know when I'm ready, but I just feel like we are just in a world now where it's just hard. And to those relationships that were together prior to this new generation, kudos to you, but I feel like you guys have twice as much work to do because the things that relationships are based off of are just, they're not glue anymore. They don't stick the relationship together like it used to. So, that explains why I feel like they've shifted. What would my advice be to someone in one? Communication. I think that's a good quality to have. A lot of people don't know how to communicate. It's not the fact that they don't want to; they just don't know how to. Because there's a lot of different. Through therapy, you realize that like when you communicate, there has to be a lot of understanding. That's a whole different topic. But if you're seeking a relationship, good luck to you, because it ain't it. And I mean, like that's.
I'm on this question.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
For me, I mean, there's so many like things that like, you know, from communication,
just talk about it.
consistency, compatibility, like, you know, like people want to be in relationships and they think that like that's when they're gonna be happy, and like how many times, I mean, this is like an old saying, but like who's gonna love you one more than yourself? But like if you don't love yourself, what is it? How the hell is anybody else gonna love you?
Yeah, wait.
Right?
If you don't love yourself, how in the hell is anybody gonna love you?
And that's like, how old is that saying? Like, because it's so true. Like, it's so cliche, but so true. Like,
Yeah.
we're always like wanting to seek, like, people like just want to seek to find that intention and love, and like they're searching for something that they are yet to possess and have and master it, you know. And like if you haven't mastered it, how are you searching for something that you know nothing about?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like super important. Like love yourself first, and like if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. Like so many people want to be with each other, and then they don't. Like the first time something bad happening, they run. The first argument they have, they break up. Like it's like, did y'all really fuck with each other and love each other? Like no. Like I don't know. Like even when we were eating, like, you know, I was telling like you know, this is the one we talked about, but like, do I want to sit across the table and get to know somebody right now? Like I work 7 days a week. Like who wants to date someone like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like if I don't have time, or truly don't have time, then I'm not dating, which is where I'm at right now. So to this person, if you have time, like, you know, date. I don't know, like for me, like that doesn't, like, there's nothing that's like tempting me to like hop on an app or go searching for something that like I really don't want. Like I don't want to have to text you all day. I don't really want to talk to you at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like, but so for me, like, that's what I'm saying. So you know, that's my opinion. Like, for me, like, I'm not searching for that, but if you're searching for that, like, good luck. You know, it's spicy out in this world. You know, everyone's getting cheated on, everyone's in fake relationships. I don't know. I mean, I think this has always happened, I do think.
I think it's just more.
I think it's just more in our face now.
It's more face. Whether you're a celebrity, non-celebrity,
There's temptation everywhere.
There's temptation, and I think
And I get it.
people are always trying to find a way out in order to get that fix, you know. So yeah, I just say good luck to you on that.
Good luck. I don't have advice, but good luck.
I'm currently 24 and still feel like I haven't quite reached the level of success as a dancer I want to get to. Is it too late for me? Or is it too late for me to find some success in the dance industry in whatever way? Or should I give up?
Well, I got this one, I feel I got this one.
Okay, go.
Okay, so I'm only saying this because I connected with it because at 23 when I had my son, I was like a little lost. So at 24, I was like really looking at myself and just being like what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, you know, like I'm not about to be a performing dancer on the stage anymore. Like I'm too old. But like And I had been teaching already for like, I don't know, 6 years at that point, right? But I wasn't like really hitting what I wanted to hit. And like, you know, for me, it's like, I looked at myself, you know, I tried school, I went back to school for a little bit. I was working at a pharmacy at that time. So like, I was just hustling and bustling and trying to figure out what I wanted. And like, you know, for me, if you really want to still be a dancer, like, it is 100% okay to still be a dancer. But you have to find an avenue that's going to be able to fulfill that passion and that crave, but also give you the amount of money to be sustainable and live. So like, for me, like, I really dove into teaching even more, you know, and I really like expanded and wanted to do more. So like, if you feel like you could be a dance teacher and really give your all to your students and you could dive in, still create, still be that dancer, then great. But if that's not your vibe, like, you really need to hone down. You need to go to school, right, and figure it out. There's no other.
When you say go to school, what do you mean?
Like, find a new profession, because like at 24, like you're obviously getting older, but you're also very young.
You're very
very young still.
See, as a dancer in the industry, whether it's competitive or commercial, you're very young as an individual, but in the dance world now,
you're older for sure. In a performance side.
In a performance vibe, you're old. So that window to book, and just go for it is kind of sailed.
Yeah, because there's way too many good kids.
Because there's way
better that are like 60.
Yeah,
that's just being honest.
No, that's just being really young, because there's too many kids now who are just your age or even younger who are constantly and excessively booking. So the issue with that is like, now you have to deal with that competition. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what makes it very, very difficult, and that's what makes it really, really hard. So, you know, we have an event happening if you hear music, guys. It actually can provide some type of beat in the background, which is fine. This song will change. That's the issue with it. The issue is just that in the industry in itself, it just causes a lot of your window of opportunity is now shortened, right? When you start to go for it in your 20s, and I don't know, because you didn't really share, nor it's okay. Like, you didn't share exactly what you've achieved, but maybe you've actually achieved a lot that maybe a lot of 24, 25-year-olds haven't even done yet. Yeah. But I do know that struggle as a professional dancer, because you're only as good as your last job. I don't know if you're a commercial dancer or competitive. Like, why would you be competing at 24? I just thought about that. I say that I'm only going towards the avenue that you are more. I don't know if it's a Broadway vibe. I don't know if this is like a commercial vibe. But all to say is that if you're feeling stuck, try and find some type of way artistically now to use what you know in order to kind of provide a very sustainable and healthy pension and a healthy living. That's all I can honestly say. Because I think that's the hardest thing about being an artist. Honestly, it's literally just a means of trying to find. I mean, he's 33, I'm 37, and God willing, we're still doing this. You know, we can honestly say that, like, you know, I've lived the whole life being an artist, and he has too. So like, I'm approaching my 40s. So to say that now I'm hitting a new decade as an artist, to where I can look like this, he can look like this. He just talked about how he's getting like his back waxed, and, you know, doctors, dentists, like all these things that cost money, but it's a part of living. To be able to rent this space, to be able to dress the way that we dress,
everything costs money.
Like everything costs money. So, you know, being an artist and being a dancer, you just have to make the right decisions and the smartest moves. And that's my best advice that I can tell you as far as that. Yeah. Number 3, why don't you guys have a studio yet?
I'm not interested yet.
Okay, I'm gonna elaborate just a little bit more versus what he said. He's not interested yet. I don't really want a studio. Now, in saying that, if you're talking about like a studio to where like I have registration, you want to be year-long, that's not happening. What I foresee and what I would love for the JDAs is like, we're probably in what we want to do, will we have a facility where we own a studio for that aspect?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, I don't know if he wants this. I don't want a September, like a yearly, like studio. Like studios that I teach at, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want a facility where he and I maybe we can rent out to other people or like, but as far as us owning like a name for a studio, no, I don't want that.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, I think maybe one day down the line when I get older to have like passive income and
Yes.
and to be with like, I would love to partner with a studio for sure. Like I think I would buy into a studio for sure. You already know, like, but like to say like I want my own standalone studio, it's just never been like I love teaching and I love being able to go out to other people's places. Like I think I would love to always do that.
I don't.
But to have my own, like say like Jonathan's dance studio, like you know what I mean, like that's just not.
Yeah, no. I don't even. Yeah, see, like I don't even want to. I don't want to partner either. I don't think I would partner because in my 40s, the reason why we don't have a studio now is because in my mind, I've always accomplished anything I wanted. But like in my 40s, I have a specific type of vision for like our business, and I feel like if I were to do that, that might take
later.
No, that might like take for me. I'm just saying like they want to know why we don't have.
Oh, why?
Yeah, so like for me, the whole partnering thing, you know, like I need to make sure that everything is set up first. Then maybe if I want extra income and I have the money to do it, then sure. But like I don't know where the world's gonna take me in my 40s either. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah, I don't know what's happening next year yet. You know?
So that's why we do not. That's why we do not own a studio. For our last question, have you ever dated or went on a date with someone who did not know how to kiss? What did you say and what did you do in that moment?
Know how to kiss? Huh. Someone went on a date and kissed somebody.
It's been I
don't know.
This question
It's so old.
Who
didn't know how to kiss? Maybe when I was like 16, but I probably didn't know how to kiss either.
So I
had bad interrelation moments.
Okay, so wait. I definitely I can answer this one for you because some guys that I've actually just gone out on a date with are just horrifying. Do you guys ever know? You guys are probably gonna be so like laugh your asses off right now, but there are some guys that are just so forceful. Like it's like they take your face, bud, and then they just jam their tongue down. There's no type of like.
No, I understand.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just
I've had
aggressive.
aggressive women like that. I can see what you're saying.
You know, and like.
Where it's like your teeth are slamming into your teeth, like it just.
I've had experiences to where like I'm kissing someone and you could hear like the teeth getting close. If you're a good kisser, there's no reason why the teeth should even be.
I agree.
You know what I'm trying to say? But like some people just don't know what they're doing. You know, the constant flowation of the tongue. That's not necessary. There needs to be a balance between the kissing.
How old are you asking this question, by the way? I don't know who you are.
I don't know. I think they were teenagers. I think they were teenagers.
Yeah, I can't. This sounds like just a version of like she got her first kiss and she's like, is that how it was supposed to be? Like, good luck.
So yeah, I mean, you're gonna. What did they say? You have your good frogs and your bad frogs. Is that what they say?
Yeah, I don't know. You're gonna kiss great people. You're gonna kiss other
like
beautiful people.
all I can say is like it's been a while since I have kissed someone, but like. Yes, to answer your question, have I ever gone on a date with someone who was a horrible kisser? Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
What did I do and say in that moment? Nothing. I don't talk to them now. Here we are.
Yeah.
You know? So that's that.
Plenty of fish in the sea.
Exactly. But all right, that concludes episode 9 of Candid Conversation with John and Drew. We appreciate you guys, and you know, like we said at the start of this, you know, we truly appreciate and love those individuals who are consistent and who are truly, you know, transparent and authentic in truly wanting to get to know us, whether that be on a personal note or a professional note. whatever one that is, you know, we really do try to embed and cultivate relationships with those individuals who really have been there and rocked with us since the beginning. And we just want you to know that, you know, this is just two guys talking brutally honest truths and realisms and stuff like that. And, you know, we're just being who we are as people. So, you know, at the end of the day, we appreciate you. We thank you. And get ready for, actually when this premieres, we hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas. This will actually drop when we get back from our little vacation. This is actually
It's like Thanksgiving vibes.
There's Thanksgiving vibes. So we hope everyone had a beautiful Thanksgiving.
Vibes.
Yes.
Enjoy the weather.
And episode 10 is going to be juicy. That comes out on New Year's Eve. So right at the start of the new year. So get ready for, actually we can kind of give you a little preview. We talk about a lot, but specifically our event is in regards to a former employer that we no longer work with.
It's a conflict of interest.
Yes, it is a conflict of interest. And, you know, we always articulate it very well. Just get ready. That will be the season finale, which will drop on New Year's Eve. So stay tuned, guys. And have a beautiful day.
Peace.
Peace.